I'm going to show you how to get thicker drums using this SSL plugin. I've got this drum loop here with contact and the SSL plugin on the channel, but it's disabled, and when I play the loop it sounds like this. Here is the SSL plugin opened up, and we're just going to focus on the compressor section of this plugin. Now I'm going to go over these settings, the logic behind why I picked them, and the reason why they sound the way they do. I have my ratio here set to 4:1 because it just felt like the right amount of squeeze, not too much, not too little. I set my release to 0.24 seconds. Every drum loop is going to be different. Every set of drums are different, so this release time will be different every time you dial it in with different loops and stuff. But 0.24, after playing around with this, that felt really good, so I just left it there. The SSL compressor has a pretty simple attack section. It can either be fast or it can be slow. I have it set to slow because I'm not trying to affect the transients and the initial hits of the drums. I'm just trying to affect the decay, so I'm leaving it slow. The threshold is going to be another thing that varies depending on the level of your drum loop, or like how hot all of your tracks are going into your drum bus, but this one has to be done by feel too. As you can see, I just have the compressor barely lighting up at 3 dB anymore, and it was starting to feel too squished. Any less and it wasn't fattening it up how I liked it to, so that's about the level that I have it set here. So now I'll play the loop with the plugin disabled, and then I'll turn it on, and then I'll kind of talk about some of the things I noticed that really change when the plugin's on. What I think is really cool is that the decay on the kick is fatter. The decay on the snare is a lot fatter. The reverb on the snare is brought out more, and also like the hi-hats and other percussion are brought forward more. I'll play it and listen for all that. Plugin's off, and that's snare reverb. The hi-hat, quieter, more up front. One thing I forgot to mention earlier is that I like to have my channels linked because I want both left and right reacting the same way. I'm not trying to have the compression be different in either channel. Alright, and that's my drum hack on how to use the compressor section of the SSL 4000E channel strip to, fatten up your drum bus or your drum loops and help them pop out more in the mix. Hope this information was useful.